Hello and welcome to the glorious Costa Navarino in southwest Greece for the Costa Navarino Legends Tour Trophy. It's the third event of the season and the first time we touch down on European soil. The Legends have visited Greece before, some 23 years ago, but nowhere quite as spectacular as this. As golfing destinations go, Costa Navarino is right up there. Last month, the Legends Tour season began in the Caribbean with the Barbados Legends, hosted by Ian Woosnam at Apes Hill. And it was Peter Baker who continued right where he left off last season. The 2023 MCB Road to Mauritius #1, edging out Scott Henn in a playoff. But after the first counting senior major of the year, it is now Henn who sits atop the rankings after his tied fourth finish in the KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship. Round one of the tournament features the par 71 seaside style bay course, while rounds 2 and 3 are played over the par 72 International Olympic Academy golf course, a layout designed by Jose Maria Olazabal.
It is marvellous. I woke up this morning, I got blue skies, seas out there. You know, the golf course looks fantastic, it's all in good shape. It's going to be really, really nice here.
Could be playing a little bit long if the wind gets up. Not much run, so I mean the greens are sort of a little softish and not super quick. But it's my first visit here, so I'm not sure how the wind gets up and how it plays, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. Two golf courses, trying to figure out which one you have to go really deep on and which one you just have to hang on to.
There are always players who turn 50 and make their debuts through the season. And this week, it's Raphael Jacquelin. He was the 12th player to reach 600 DP World Tour appearances, winning 4 times in the process. His French compatriots thought it would be nice to welcome him into the Legends Tour family.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers with the coffee.
Ça fait plaisir de vous voir.
With the coffee. Welcome, Raph.
Raphael, welcome to the Legends Tour. How do you feel as this new chapter in your career begins?
Thank you. I feel great. Feels good to be back playing. Actually, I haven't been playing for the last let's say 3-4 months. I've been coaching. That was emotional actually after 25 years on tour. So it's good to be a rookie again.
10 years difference between two?
30 to 40.
No, you're not.
Gap. From 40 to 50, it's another gap.
We've got a great fraternity of French players.
Yeah.
Obviously guys you played with growing up as well. You maybe haven't seen them as much in recent years. How nice is it now to be back out here regularly with?
It's definitely more fun to play on the practice run with them the last 2 rounds than playing on the tour. But that's normal, I have to say. But I need to practice. I need to be back on the range. I love that. But you see, when you don't practice too much, you don't play well.
Hey, Christian!
How much did knowing that these guys were out here and you would be seeing them and having fun, how much did that mean you did desperately want to come onto the Legends Tour as soon as you turned 50?
Definitely. I mean, being with them on tour, that helps a lot. I mean, I wouldn't do it as much if I would be on my own. I mean, as a French, I would say. But yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, we have to take German is here. So what's up? That's the welcome pack.
You have to play well if you want to win, that's for sure. Even if the course looking much easier than the tour, but I know some guys, when I watch on the scores and everything, the guy's gonna score. So let's try to score first and see how it goes.
That's because I'm from Paris, so they hate me.
But not because you're coming from Paris, just because you are you.
I just want to go and do my best and try to make as much as birdies and try to win. So let's see what I can do.
Good.
Coming up later in the show, Michael Lundberg shows us what he's been working on in his game.
And now I'm trying to get the swing speed up.
But first, let's take a look at the best of the action from the opening 2 rounds with your commentary team, Paul Eales and Michael McMullen.
Thanks, Kit. On the Bay course, conditions were all the players could have hoped for on the opening day. Clear skies, warm temperatures and no wind to speak of. Some marvellous scoring resulted on a day which came to be dominated by the stories of 3 players who went extremely low. Michael Lundberg gave himself foundations to build on with an eagle at the long third. After picking up the pace with birdies on 6 and 7, the Swedes approached to the 9th guaranteed another and a front 9 of 31. Lundberg eagled again on 13, and this birdie putt closed out a wonderful 61, all in your company, Paul.
Yes, I was sick of saying, good shot, Michael. He played absolutely fantastically.
And yet, it wasn't enough for even a share of the first round lead. Robert Coles also enjoyed an eagle on 3, which was joined by 5 birdies in a breathtaking outward journey of 29 strokes. Coles was already 10 under for the day when he reached the 17th, where yet another quality approach shot set up the birdie, which put all those in attendance at Costa Navarino firmly on 59 watch. Confronted with the unique brand of pressure such a rare opportunity brings, the Londoner held his nerve to leave himself a putt of promising distance for the first sub-60 round in Legends Tour history. Coles simply could not have been any closer to completing a landmark achievement. Still a great day though, as he finished 11 under par.
I sort of had a little tally up, and I thought it was 59, but I wasn't 100%. But you've always got an idea, obviously. But I was trying not to think too much about it. But then when I tried to move my marker, I realised my fingers weren't moving too sharp. So that let me know that my mind thought I was putting for 59.
He wasn't the only player threatening to do something which had never happened in the Tour's 32-year history. Scott Hend also required a birdie-birdie finish for 59, but missed his opportunity on 17. The chance wasn't entirely gone though, as Hend could still get the job done by holing his second shot at the last. Finding a bunker off the tee made that even more unlikely, but although the miracle didn't happen, it was still a fine shot by the Australian, setting up the chance to match what Coles had done.
Yeah, gettable par 5s and beautiful greens led to good scoring, but didn't see it being so low, Michael. Fantastic play from these guys.
Hend completed his up and down from the bunker by stroking in the putt, which sealed another 60.
I get a feeling like I want a birdie every hole. I want to play the correct shot and manage the course properly. And sometimes when you do that, things fall into place and you make the putts, and that's what comes along, and that's what we all strive for. And it doesn't come along very often, but when it does, it makes the feeling of all the hard work you've done feel better, feel good.
And so attention switched to the International Olympic Academy golf course for round 2. Conditions were largely unchanged, but scoring not quite as low, as the field tried to chase down those who had set such a good pace. Joachim Hegman had 8 shots to make up and clawed back a significant amount of that ground before a double bogey on the last left him with a 66. That still equalled the course record, and it was matched by one of the finest players to have emerged from India, Jyoti Randhawa. American Clark Dennis had the chance to better the efforts of Hegman and Randhawa, but attempting to set a new course record, his birdie putt slipped by. Still though, 66 took Dennis to 11 under after 2 rounds. Not surprisingly, Lundberg wasn't able to keep up the remarkable pace of the day before, but with a putt as eye-catching as the scenery, he made 2 at the short 12th to get it to 13 under. A shot was given back 2 holes later, but birdie here on the penultimate hole restored that 13 under total, which was preserved with par at the last.
That would be an amazing start of the year, and I would love that. Nothing more than I would love to win out here.
And he has as good a chance as anyone, with a 1-shot lead over Coles. A day to forget though for Hend, 16 shots higher than the day before, as he tumbled down the board with a 76. So Hend now with 8 players ahead of him, all of them covered by just 4 shots.
The final group are ready to go here in Greece. Michael Lundberg and Robert Coles going in search of their first Legends Tour victories. Clark Dennis looking for a 6th, but he hasn't won since 2019, and the players could not have wished for better conditions. Warm temperatures in the high 20s and just the slightest breeze.
A day to get out and about then, as the first European-based event of the 2024 season reaches its climax, spearheaded by the final trio of Dennis, Coles and Lundberg. Raphael Jacquelin's Legends Tour debut had been launched with 69, followed by a 72, and this missed birdie opportunity at the 7th summed up a frustrating 75 to finish, which saw the Frenchman tie for 43rd place. Already a winner this season, Peter Baker had half a dozen shots to make up. After birdieing the first like so many others, he picked up another here on 5, which was followed by a third of the day at the next hole. Also needing to go low, Greg Owen's first move was a birdie at the short second. 5 straight pars followed before Owen's tee shot on 8 was backed up by the putt, which meant he'd made 2 at both of the par 3s on the front 9. Thomas Levey had frittered away 3 shots in 2 holes by the time he came to the 5th. But how about this to undo most of that damage in one go with an eagle 2? Scott Henn's demoralising 76 the day before had started with a triple bogey 7, but this time he birdied the first, then sank a huge putt to recoup another stroke at the next hole. A further birdie on 6 has Henn back to 3 off the lead, now held by Coles, who's followed his opening birdie with 3 straight pars. Lundberg started bogey to fall out of the lead, and now shares second with Clark Dennis, 2 back. As we go out to the course, Paul.
Yeah, never easy to follow a really low round with another good one, but Robert's playing so well, and he just keeps firing iron shots over the flag. That's how you shoot low scores.
Yeah, he birdied the first, parred all 3 since. Now Michael Lundberg, bogey start, a couple of pars after that.
Yeah, pin at the back here, not easy to get it right. You could see the greens firming up, that big bounce and then spinning backwards.
What a day for Levey so far, Paul. He's had an eagle, a birdie, a bogey and a double bogey, and he's only played 7 holes.
The mercurial Frenchman. Always great fun when Thomas is around, that's for sure. Go on, spin down the green. Go on, miss that ball. Oh, snookered. That was a bit unfortunate.
Clark Dennis, probably the highlight of his regular tour career, was finishing 6th in the 1994 US Open, just 4 shots out of the playoff.
And those marks on the greens are actually footprints from the clay surrounds that the players picked up. So 1 or 2 guys that have been offline got them on the shoes, and you couldn't get the clay off the bottom of your shoes. So unsightly, but didn't make any difference with the surfaces.
Scott Hend bouncing back well after a really disappointing second round.
Yeah, that's a poor tee shot there, just hit it too hard, but good attempt. But really, it's a 2.5 par, this short hole down the hill. Be disappointed there.
Yeah, Hend on the charge a bit. That would really have given him further momentum, and now work to do for the 3.
That would have only been a sand wedge down there, but he saved his part, as all good players do. Don't really give things away. Still in there.
Now man of the moment, looking to strengthen his position, Paul.
Yeah, left to right in this one for Rob. Oh, he just didn't hit it. He knew straight away, didn't he? Stood up straight away, not hit that one hard enough. But no damage done. Par's your friend when you're in the lead.
Eventful day so far for Levey.
This is a quick putt down the green. Not a great deal of movement in it.
Yes.
Oh, centre cut, well done. Eagles and birdies, that's how they get to 8 under.
Poor start for Lundberg, a couple over for the day, but plenty of time to make up for all that.
And Michael playing well, certainly the first day he did, and that we saw a lot of that on day 1 for his 61. so desperate to win out here on the Legends Tour.
So Coles remains out in front, but now by just a single stroke from Lundberg. All pars so far for Clark Dennis. He's 2 off the lead, alongside Lionel Alexandra. Robert Coles has the upper hand then, but no clear blue water over the field. Welcome back to the Costa Navarino Legends Tour Trophy. Michael Lundberg has been working on a particular area of the game, as he explained to Kit.
A little birdie tells me you've done a lot of work on your swing speed over the winter. Why is that?
No, I've noticed the last, I don't know, 5 to 10 years that he has been dropping. And now I'm trying to get the swing speed up.
Right, we're out here, we're on the golf course, we've got the track man. I'm going to put you under a little bit of pressure because you've got your driver in hand. We're going to hit some shots and see what kind of numbers we can get.
That's always nice without warm-up, so yeah. You need to measure it because sometimes you feel super fast and you realize, yeah, that wasn't that fast, and it wasn't faster than anything else. And then sometimes you find something and you go, oh, I didn't feel too fast, and that was actually faster. So you go, okay, you try to replicate that again and again, and you learn new things about yourself and different feelings that you can use.
Would you be pretty happy to take that to the course?
If I can play with that, I'm super happy. Some people say that to generate the maximum speed, you need to give up all the thoughts of direction, and maybe that's the key, but I can't do that. I've got a swing path that I'm trying to go as fast as I can, but just by doing that and completely letting go and go full, I actually feel like I'm hitting it straighter.
So is it almost mental? It's more about commitment and freedom to the shot?
Yeah, I think so. If you can play with a lot of freedom and relaxation, I think that's a great way to play.
That's brilliant, Michael. Thank you so much for showing us how you've added that extra bit of power back to your game. Great to have you here on the Legends Tour.
Thank you.
The learning never stops out here on the Legends Tour. Always trying to improve.
Well, when we left the Swede, he was one behind the leader Robert Coles. Par at the long 6th kept him there, and although Coles birdied 7, this shot meant that Lundberg did the same.
Wow, terrific shot. Difficult pin there on the 7th, but not for Michael.
All pars for American Clark Dennis until his first birdie came at the 6th, and he almost had another 2 holes later.
Family affair for Clark. Youngest son Philip on the bag, wife Vicky supporting.
Scott End was coming back to something like his opening day form. Already 3 under for the day by the time he came to the 9th. Another birdie was guaranteed here to close out a front 9 of 32. For leader Coles, it was a quiet but solid day so far, but he firmed up his grip on the top spot with a curling birdie putt on 7, followed by some mid-round thoughts to share with Kit.
Midway through the final round, how are you feeling?
Yeah, okay. I've played pretty solid front nine. Haven't probably converted a few chances that I've had, so just got to keep doing the same, really.
It's pretty warm out here. Is the course firming up or changing how it's playing at all?
Yes, certainly. It's definitely firmed up from the practice days where it was quite soft underfoot, but it's in great condition, but it's just firming up a touch, so the ball's releasing out a little bit more and you're getting a little bit more out the drives as well, so it's definitely warm.
Great stuff, thanks for your time.
Yeah.
Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Coles has since picked up another shot at the 10th and suddenly leads by 3 from Hend, Dennis and Alexandra as the final group prepares to tackle the 11th hole.
Yeah, it's a super par 5, trouble all the way down the right. In fact, you just cannot go right, and there's a penalty area all the way down the left-hand side. Aiming at the bunkers on the left, trying to hold it on that line. As you can see, trouble right.
Oh, Rob.
Oh dear. I don't think we're going to see that again. Oh, there is no future in there.
And all the patient work to put himself in such a good position, a lot of it could be undone in one moment there.
Oh, Clark's gone the other way now. Desperately didn't want to go right. Can he keep it on the course, or has that gone in the penalty area? Oh my goodness. Oh, here's a good look at the beautiful par 3 12th. On the final day, they've got the pin forward in that tight little bit of green there. Not a lot of room, only playing 148 yards. Down the hill, wind is behind a touch off the left-hand side, but no room left, no room right. Easy 9-iron for Joyty. Well, not difficult at all, is it? Look at those 3. Fantastic shots.
Now back to Dennis on 11. We thought he might have gone in the hazards off the tee, Paul, but apparently not.
Well, you can get a flying lie out of the rough round here. Oh my word, what a shot this is. That is an incredible shot from Clark there. Missed the bunker just short right that eats into the green. Eagle chance.
Now everything going wrong here for Coles on 11. Played 3 off the tee, found problems with his provisional, and this is his 6th shot.
A good shot as well it was from Rob, but like you say, errant off the tee.
Frenchman Lionel Alexandre, runner-up at the Q School in Turkey in January.
A long hitter and a great putter.
Yeah, and now 13 under, and with all the problems Coles is having, Alexandra's position could be transformed.
Well, Michael, having witnessed Rob's travails down this 11th hole, if he can get this one in close and make a birdie, he's right back in it.
Yeah, Lundberg had a great final round in Barbados, shooting 65 to share 3rd, 2 out of the playoff. So Scott Hend, after that awful day yesterday, an outside chance here that he could be tied for the lead in a moment.
A very outside chance. It's a slow putt up the green. He's hit it hard enough. It's a good effort, you know.
Well, he needed that to get to 13 under. Clark Dennis has the luxury of 2 putts to reach that number. Big moves being made here.
Yeah, Clark's always good with the pace, but he'll be disappointed with that one. He gives himself a little bit of work to do for a birdie.
Mentioned Alexandra was runner-up at the Q School earlier in the year. Randawa was the winner of that by 4 shots.
Wow. And here's me thinking that that was a difficult pin position on 12. Well played, lads.
So Coles stood on this tee 3 clear. If he doesn't make this, he won't even have a share of the lead anymore.
Looks like you hit a good putt there. In you go. Oh no. Oh, if he could just start the 11th hole again. Scott to tidy up after that long-range birdie effort. is to stay at 12, and he's right in there with these closing holes of big chances for birdies coming up.
So with everything going on, Lundberg has this to trail by just a single stroke.
The pitch finished a little further away than he would have liked, but he looks like he's hit a good putt. Yes, he has. Wow, getting tight at the top now, Michael.
Yeah, Lundberg finished top of the order of merit on the Euro Pro Tour 5 years ago after winning the final event of the season. So Alexandra on 13, Dennis with a short putt to join him there, and we have joint leaders. Clark Dennis 5 times a winner on this tour. Now Robert Coles, this for the Snowman. You won't see many of those around here.
No, Rob's head will be spinning now. Oh dear, what a shame. One bad shot.
And what a difference it's all made. Lionel Alexandra and Clark Dennis, the new joint leaders, with Coles faltering into a three-way tie for third alongside Hend and Lundberg. 5 players covered by a single stroke. Welcome back to Costa Navarino by the Ionian Sea, where it's a transatlantic tie at the top between American Clark Dennis and Lionel Alexandra of France. England's Greg Owen is among those looking for a late surge to set a target. He hasn't dropped a shot all day, but could have done with this going below ground at the 16th.
It's great to see Greg back playing with us in Europe. Spent many years on the PGA Tour. Won't be long before he picks up his first win, I'm sure.
Adilson de Silva has finished number 2 on this tour for 2 years in a row, and he had this chance to get to the house at 13 under. A couple more rolls would probably have done it, but 65 is a new course record, all 3 rounds sub 70 for the consistent Brazilian.
I had a front seat view and he played terrifically, hit some great wedges in there. It was an easy 65.
At 5 under for the day, Scott Hend still had a chance, but on 16 he was in danger of a very untimely bogey. A nice chip though from the Australian helped him save par and stay right in the chase. It was time for Clark Dennis to make a move. Apart from his birdie on 6, it was all pars until the American picked up another stroke on the 11th, and he carried that momentum on to the next hole.
Clark had played 211 events on the PGA Tour. Son Philip there, other son Will, as we watch this go in for a birdie, carrying for Sam Burns on the PGA Tour and doing nicely as well.
Back-to-back birdies, and now Dennis out on his own at the top. Hend just not letting go though. A much-needed birdie at the penultimate hole sees him in solo second. Now the closest pursuer of Dennis, who's got 4 to play, starting here, Paul.
Yes, it's a nice little hole, this one. Tricky tee shot, deciding what club you want to hit off the tee. 264 yards to reach that bunker in the middle of the fairway. So it'll be a hybrid or an iron for most, and then it's just a little 100-yard pitch onto the green. Birdie chance definitely here. Clark going with the hybrid, laying back from that middle bunker.
It's been a long wait for a win out here. Almost 5 years since his last Legends Tour success.
And that sets himself up nicely. He's not going to have much to go there, 110 yards maybe. Michael's been working on his speed. Just a little 5-wood for him here. Yeah, he likes that one. And why not? Stopped pretty quickly there.
Greg Owen, very fine player around 20 years ago. Spent a brief spell in the world's top 50. Almost won in America at Bay Hill. Did win in Europe at the British Masters.
Long tee shot's a difficult pin to find. Just a little ridge beyond it that takes the ball away from the flag. Good shot from Greg. Just an iron for Colsey here on 15. That looked a good swing. be happy with that one.
Not much wind around through the week, Paul, but as you can hear there, picking up a bit in the final round.
Certainly some breeze there. And Greg with a great chance here. On 18, touch from the right. Oh, good try. Another good week for him.
Yeah, eagle at the 11th was the highlight today. So it's going to be 66 to finish, just as he started. And at 12 under, Greg Owen might just have an outside chance. Feels he might have had a very good chance, you sense, if he'd made that putt. Lundberg already at 12 under.
Yeah, the flag 28 on, 5 off the left-hand side. Not easy to get it all the way back there. He's come up shy. And he's caught the ridge. He'll be disappointed with that.
Scott End will have been very disappointed with his entire day yesterday, so showing great character to get right back into it with some fine play today.
Didn't carry the right-hand bunker off the tee. We could see the splash of sand there, but what a terrific shot from the bunker. And sets up an outside chance for birdie.
Now back to Coles. He never managed to win in his DP World Tour career. He was a runner-up at the Avantha Masters in India to Shiv Charasia back in 2011.
What a shot that is. Experience. Won plenty in his time though, Rob. Not on the big tour, but he's certainly won some local stuff.
Yeah, and 3 Challenge Tour wins. Now, the ever-popular James Kingston, former #1 on this tour.
He's played that well, James. Just all-round good egg is James Kingston. One of the nicest guys you'll ever wish to meet. Now Clark, not much more than 100 yards to go here. Little gap wedge. Can he reach this pin at the back? Yes, he can. Wow, what a shot that is. Oh my goodness. What a great shot.
Thomas LeVay almost won the Open in 2002. Even after the 4-hole playoff, it still took extra holes for Ernie Els to see him off. Won't win this, but looking to improve his position. In the end, though, I think he'll be very happy with the 2-putt. So LeVay has broken 70 in every round. And with this little tap in, he's set to secure a top 10 result.
Michael with that disappointing pitch. This is a slow putt up the green here. Actually a double breaker. Goes left to right and then at the end it'll come back on him.
That's a great putt. Offside.
Yeah, good attempt, but it was an outsider. Poor pitch.
Well, even if Hen gets in on 13 under, he'll have a chance, but you sort of feel he needs this to go in.
He's hit a good putt. He's hit a good putt. Oh my word!
What a great effort it's been today, all the way to the very last green. And you talk about fluctuating fortunes, 60 followed by 76. But it's an improvement of 10 shots today. Far from out of this as he signs for a 66.
James to tidy up here. Not much movement on this putt for him.
He's had a lot of good weeks out here the last couple of seasons. It's yet another one, 7th in Barbados and poised to go a few spots higher today. Coles really can't afford to miss this one.
Just right of centre here for Rob. Nice and firm. Oh, he pushed it. Pushed it. Oh dear. Still in it though. But just not the forward momentum you need at this point in the round. Michael to tidy up for his par. Now Clark, we can give him his for his birdie after that sensational approach shot.
Yeah, and with that, Clark Dennis has got a couple of shots lead. Perhaps more significantly, he's 3 better than anyone still on the course. A first Legends Tour win for almost 5 years in sight then for Clark Dennis. It's the 3rd event of the 2024 Legends Tour season, and American Clark Dennis is closing in on victory at Costa Navarino in Greece. With 3 holes to play, he leads by 2 over Scott Hend, who needs a stumble from the leader. Robert Coles and Michael Lundberg, though, still have a chance to influence the outcome over these last 3 holes, Paul.
Yeah, 16, another wonderful par 3 here. The long green 43 yards deep, but the pin cut on this final day, 24 on, but only 8 off the right, and you can see the trouble there. Don't expect this ball to be anywhere near the flag. This has got to go left. What have you done, Clark? Oh yeah, there's a man with experience. Fat part of the green. What a great shot that is. Didn't need to take the flag on, hit it in the heart of the green, and an outside chance of a 2. Well played.
Man born on Valentine's Day, feeling a lot of love for this course today. Peter Baker, 4 times a winner last year. He's already had 1 this season. Won't win today, but another solid week.
Just keeps playing well, Pete, doesn't he? Week in, week out. A little wide there.
I'm having it in.
18 green.
Lundberg, 4 pars in a row. Would have loved to break that sequence with a birdie, but work to do even now to keep that run going.
Yeah, missing the green to the left again, chipping down the slope, down the grain. That's a pretty good effort from there. Really could have done without dropping though.
Well, 3 birdies in the first half dozen raised hopes of a final day charge for Peter Baker, but 11 straight pars followed. And his only dropped shot of the day means a closing 70.
Just keep out of his way for a few minutes.
Now, Coles left off the tee on 16, and he's already fluffed a chip here. So this could be another big number.
Well, hopefully not. Nice strike on this one. That looks pretty good from here. Go on, keep going. Keep going. Oh, no. Oh, Rob.
Joachim Hegman had his first win on the Legends Tour in late 2022. Didn't manage to add to it at all in 23.
Positive pitch there.
Yeah, shot.
From the former Ryder Cupper. Joey's caddy, big Everton fan. Come on the Toffees.
Yeah, he was the first Swede ever to play in the Ryder Cup back in 1993 at the Belfry. Now Clark Dennis finding some form late in the day.
It's a good putt. He's just trying to lag it up. Anything else is a bonus. Oh, look at that. You got to be kidding me, Clark. Yeah.
So he stays at 15 under, 1 clear. Or does he? Well, the best things do come to those who wait. And what a difference that could make to the outcome, Paul.
What a bonus that is, from despair to, hello, I'm 3 clear now.
And all of a sudden, Lundberg absolutely has to make this to have any hope, really.
Oh, beautifully done.
So not for the first time today, Coles with cause for regret from a particular hole. And in the end, he's not done badly at all to make his 4.
Yeah, well done, Rob. That was brave. Never easy when things aren't going your way to come up with good putts, but that certainly was one.
But The fluff chip earlier really wasn't called for in his circumstances. Hegman looking to get to double figures.
Well done. Continues a good start to the season, which included a good finish in the KitchenAid PGA Seniors in America.
Yeah, always good to come in off the back of a strong showing in a major. Now Clark Dennis with a chance on 17 to more or less shut the door on everyone else. Left it short, but still he will walk to the 18th tee with a 3-shot lead. So Jotty Randhawa with his last swing of the day hasn't really gotten the mix.
There's a really good flag here, cut. Looks like it's central in the green, but just beyond that flag, the green runs away from you. So getting the distance is absolutely critical. Get the tee shot away first here, though. 3 bunkers, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. Clark can't carry the 1 on the right. He doesn't need to when he hits it in the middle of the fairway. Wow, what a shot.
Looks to be very much in his hands now. Up ahead at the green, Joachim Hegman looking to avoid ending his week with a dropped shot.
He doesn't like this final hole. Double bogey yesterday, finished with a bogey, but another good week and a top 10 for Joachim.
Yeah, comfortably his highest score of the week, but a consistent start to the season for the Swede. This poised to be his best result yet.
Not a great deal of movement, a hair from left to right. Oh, it didn't come, did it? Oh. But a good week. Well played, Joyty.
Yeah, same score as Hegman in all 3 rounds. For the Q School winner from New Delhi.
Okay, Michael, a little bit right of the flag here. That's where the majority of the green is. Solid shot there.
And he will have that put to share runner-up honours. For Coles to claim a share of second, he'd have to hold this.
Again, probably just aiming a little right of the flag. And that finds the thick of the green.
Well, Clark Dennis pretty much put this beyond doubt with his drive, so he can enjoy this moment now.
Yeah, just an easy wedge into this home green. Again, to the right of the green, not messing around with the slopes and the runoffs and the bunkers. Well played, Clark. And Philip.
Indeed.
Don't forget the caddy.
Yeah, it's going to be win number 6 out here for Clark Dennis, and Philip has been on the bag for half of those. Moments for them to enjoy forever. So it isn't going to be the win for Robert Coles that he was hoping for at the start of the day.
No, the 11th hole was his undoing. Bad tee shot, triple bogey 8. But all in all, that's going to be a good week for Rob, and that almost 59 on the first round where he hit the hole, finished with a 60. He'll be pleased.
So Michael Lundberg, if he could somehow finish by making this, would share second place with Scott End.
Like that left off the putter there. And not quite what he wanted. Chuntering away, as he does.
No getting away from the disappointment for Lundberg. 4 bogeys today. He really needed something better. Much better, really, than 7 pars in a row to finish. 3rd in Barbados, and he'll be 3rd again. A feeling as rare as it is sweet. 4 putts for the title.
He certainly had the pace all week, Clark. Oh, wow!
And doesn't that sum up how well he's finished? 3 birdies in the final 4 holes to be back in 31. An opening 66 left him 6 back. The same score on day 2 put him right in the thick of it, and a third straight 66 today has got the job done. Here at Costa Navarino, Dennis is the clerk of the course. It didn't feel like the sort of day when someone would win by a wide margin, but that's what the Texan has done. Credit to Hend for bouncing back today for 2nd place, and to De Silva, who's 65 to share 3rd, was the low round of the day. At the end of a long-awaited and very successful return to these shores for the Legends Tour.
It's been an amazing week. My wife's here, my youngest son Philip was on the bag, 3rd victory for him, so we've just had a great time. That back 9 is as good as I can play. I saw that I had a 3-shot lead and it kind of shook me. I really didn't know where I was. I was like, oh, wait a minute, I got a 3-shot lead. So that's the first time I even really thought about it. So other than that, I played flawless on the backside.
So Clark Dennis soars to 4th on the MCB Road to Mauritius, a ranking he finished top of in 2017. Runner-up Hend goes further clear in 1st.
What a finish and what a win for Clark Dennis here at Costa Navarino. We'll see you next week for the Paul Lawrie Match Play presented by Petshaw.